Hello everybody and welcome to another short tutorial. Today we are going to be talking about player prefs and how to use them. So I've made this simple scene, 3 buttons, 1 text bar. You can do it by yourself and then come back to the tutorial. So we're gonna make a simple game where I have as default a gold amount, and every time I press the button we duplicate the gold amount. We can save it and exit the game, and every time we go back to the game it shows us the last duplicated amount we had. The last thing we're going to be able to do is to reset the player prefs data. So I'm gonna make a new C# script. I just call it save. Inside it we are going to be using Unity engine.ui because we are talking about a UI, a text which we need to change every frame. I'm gonna connect the text itself to the script. I will call it gold text. So I'm gonna drag the save script into main camera, and here I'm gonna drag the gold text bar, and now I want to change its amount, to control its amount. So I'm gonna call it int amount, AMT, and it's gonna be equal to 1 by default, right? So obviously every frame we will have to control the text, and it's gonna say gold plus the amount. So every frame it changes to this text plus the amount, and because the amount will be changing, obviously it needs to be in void update. Now we're gonna make a public void for the button itself, the duplicating button itself. So we're gonna call it duplicate, and inside it we'll put a function which says amount equals times 2, right? So every time I press the duplicating button it will duplicate the number by 2. So I will go back to the game. I will press the button itself and drag the game object main camera into it so I can withdraw the script from it, save, and inside save I'm gonna press duplicate. Right, and if duplicate is not public, you won't be able to reference it inside on click. Okay, that's about it for now. So if I press play, it shows us the text that we want. I press button, it duplicates. The problem is every time it'll start from the beginning, by default 1. I wanted to save. Now we are getting into player prefs. So I want, because if it's a simple game, I can put the player pref system inside void update, and then every frame it'll save automatically. But because this is a heavy assignment for the system, I prefer doing it in a separate button. So again, I'm gonna create a void for a button, the saving button, and I'm just gonna call it save it. Okay, and inside save it I'm gonna say player prefs dot set int, because we are talking about an integer. If not, there's a set float or anything else you want. And inside set int I'm gonna call it amount. I don't know if that's how you write amount, but anyways, I'm gonna call it amount, and I'm gonna be referencing the amount integer itself. So that's the whole deal for saving. But still, when I start the game it won't load the save because we don't have a loading function yet. So I want to put the loading function at the start of the game. So what I write down here is the amount itself. This is what I'm talking about, equals to player prefs dot get int. Okay, get, and I'm talking about the amount. And if we still don't have a value for the amount, we will go with the default number, which is 1. So get is for loading, set is for saving, basically. And we are talking about this, and if we don't have this, we are talking about just one. Okay, so now we're gonna save the script. I haven't connected the button save money to the script itself, so I need to go back. I need to drag into set money the main camera object, save, and save it. Right, forgot about it. And now when I press play, duplicate to 8, save, and when I start over, it shows me 8, and I can go higher, and still it will be the same last number I had. Now the only thing I need to do is to reset. Okay, so the reset function is super easy. The only thing we need to do is to make a new public void, delete, I'll call it, and I'm just gonna say playerprefs delete all. Okay, yeah, that's how you should write it, and that's it. Now I need to connect the reset button to the public void I just made. I press play. Now it's 32. I press reset, exit the game, go back inside the game, and voila, I start over. Okay guys, so this was a really simple tutorial. I mean, there's a lot more to know about playerprefs, but I'm seeing all the tutorials in YouTube, and they are very, very complicated, and they are very hard for beginners. So I believe that you just need to know the simplest things and then just play with them and learn by yourself. So this is why I made this really simple tutorial. I hope it helped you, and see you.